Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video, folks. I'm once again in World of Warcraft, and this time we're playing the Death Knight. And I have been invited into a group for a dungeon. I believe we are going to be doing the Blood Furnace, or at least that is the plan. And I thought to myself, why not? Now, I have managed to do a little bit off camera and just hand in some quests and stuff like that. But if the option is there for it, why not? Oh, okay, I got dismounted there. That sucks. But yes, this one is going to be a full dungeon group, which is kind of funny because I did do this in a previous episode with just 3 men. So I reckon this will be a really quick run. Unless somebody does something terribly wrong, I don't see why this will take too long. So hopefully it'll be a nice, clean, smooth run. If that is the case, it'll be a short run. So with that said, I just wanted to thank everybody for taking time to join me in this episode, and let's see how things go. That is, I suppose, what it is. There are actually quite a few Death Knights now in the World of Warcraft, so that is kind of nice and interesting at the same time. It's definitely brought the servers to life as compared to when I first came with the Paladin. There were plenty of people on the server, at least in Outland, but now I can see a lot more. So yeah, with that said, of course we still have a little bit of a bag problem, but I will sort that out once we get to a point in the game where I can actually afford it, because, you know, we're kind of poor. Now I could try and get money from other places, but the idea is, although I may have multiple characters, or even when I do come to a point where I have multiple characters, better said, I will still try and have the characters kind of work for their living, for their for themselves, if that makes sense. I don't really fancy the concept of having to fund one character from the with the resources of another character. Now, with the Death Knight, what I'm going for, just to kind of let you folks know, I'm going to go for a Blood Tank Death Knight. Now, I know Blood, currently speaking, in the game is more of a DPS role, but I think it is doable to use as a tank, and I'm going to try and prove that as a thing. And so that is going to be my spec. Ooh, hello. We got a level there. So we are now level 60, which is kind of nice. I still have loads of quests here in Hellfire Peninsula. So that means, by my calculations, I should finish with all the quests in Hellfire Peninsula around 63. If I'm correct, hopefully that is the way my maths works. And we'll see. Oh, hello, rogue. Now, what is nice is I'm actually quite confident in doing this run right now, and the reason behind that is because I know how easy it is. With that also said, when I did do this with the friend that I did, you kind of saw us from this point in the video. I, for some odd reason, forgot to hit that record button. But now you can see what the entrance leading up to this point in the dungeon is like. But like I said, I'm quite confident in doing this. This is actually a cakewalk right now. And I remember when I did this with the Paladin, which I'm just going to point out for those that don't know, I have said it in previous videos, the series is a wee bit behind schedule, but that is fine. I will release every single episode and you get to see how I leveled up the Paladin. I am going to try, I might have to come to the point where I have to try and do multiple episodes a day to try and catch that series up, but I will be releasing every single episode. That's the thing. I mean, things have been quite busy for the last 2-3 months, at least in my personal life. Things have been really busy, and there's been a lot of stuff going on. Sometimes I've had days where I wasn't able to put out a video just because of how busy and tight certain things were, if that makes sense, schedule wise. But it is what it is, you know. We all have a life to live, and sometimes things do tend to become complicated. With that said, I do realize that there'll be many things that I've fallen behind with, but eventually I will catch up once I get a break. It's just about getting that break. The stuff I want to do for Ark as well as Conan Exiles, but currently lacking the break, that's the issue. And I've also bought a 1 terabyte hard drive for my PC, which is kind of getting filled up really quickly as well. And so one of the first things I'll have to do will be to release more footage to vacate some, or make some space on my hard drive, and then I'll have to start recording stuff for Conan Exiles and Ark. There's some stuff, like I said, that I do want to cover, and it will happen eventually. So right now I'm not quite sure if actually we probably do have a healer, but to me it's just funny in that this dungeon can be run with just 3 men. I think this is quite silly. In all honesty, it's become quite easy. Now, what I'm quite curious about is how are the end game dungeons? How difficult are they? Alright, let's see right here. How am I going to pull these dudes? I will go for this right there. Bring this dude here. I do not like these guys because they put down those mines and they are absolutely horrendous. They actually hurt. Now on the Paladin, well, it was not a fun time. On this, as you can see right here, we're not really struggling that much. I don't even know who's tanking right now. I mean, I am in the tank mode. I'm supposed to be the tank, but as you can see, people aren't really struggling that much. Yep, hello. Yeah, so I'm meant to be the tank here. I suppose this is my introduction into tanking, seeing if we can actually hold aggro. That's the first thing. I know we have plenty of health. I can heal myself in quite a variety of ways. Oh, someone's died. Well, someone's died probably because of the mines. And if they don't know about them, they're going to be tripping them up or stepping on them and kind of blowing themselves to bits. Yeah, you were too fast to step on the mine, that's what it was. No such thing as being too fast. Fair enough. Okay, so we are going up to the first boss. We're going to have to wait for the dude to be resurrected. Sadly, I cannot do that. I do have the gift of the Naru, which is a heal over time, which is really not that good. It does keep me going. And it's one of those like my oh shit button kind of thing. And even so, it's a really bad oh shit button because it doesn't really help me. So, you know, the health I get off of that isn't that great. Right, I've gone into blood mode or blood presence. I want to take out this guy really quickly before he puts down a mine, and he has. So we'll try and kite him this way. There we go. Yeah, see, that's the problem, bud. You fell for the mine again. That's the issue. So I'm guessing the Death Knight that he is a Death Knight, isn't he? What is he? Well, whatever he is, he basically doesn't know to stay off the mines. And that's why I hate these engineers, whatever they're called. It didn't work. Brilliant. There are 3 Death Knights in the group. My DPS isn't all that bad, which is quite nice. Okay, there we go. Finally has been resurrected. 3 Death Knights, 1 Paladin and 1 Rogue is what we have in the group. Right, go back into Frost. I am the tank, so I guess I'll go and pick up this dude and have a little dance with him. The Maker. Well, I've been tossed up. Well, he seems to be hitting everybody, but they're doing alright. Well, that's a nice pair of gloves, which I'm probably not going to get because... No, did I get them? No, I got something that I didn't need, but that's fine. I was going to pay attention to trying to pull the technicians. That's what I was going for, but hopefully this doesn't kill everybody. I mean, I know I can hold out, but can everybody else hold out? Well, I'm currently stunned, so that doesn't really help. There we go. Oh, hello. There goes the rogue. Take out this technician. We have another one incoming. Try and grab that technician because he is going to cause a problem here.
I need to get closer.
And some people like to step on those mines. Alright, he's not done too bad. Don't see a technician at this moment in time, so that normally means I go for the casters.
I can't do that yet.
And the reason for that is, although I'm wearing plate, they do actually hit pretty hard and it does hurt pretty bad. So, yeah. I feel like that's a good reason.
It's too far away.
Alright, ooh, big pull there. That is a big pull there. Trying to do as much AoE damage. Again, someone stepped on the mine. Whoop. Well, someone likes looking at the ground really quickly. It is good though that I can self-heal. I'm loving that ability.
I need a
It makes my life that much easier. I don't really hear any healing going on or resurrection. Hopefully things don't go too bad.
My blood will be the end of you.
Is anybody... is he walking back? Oh, that was a healer. Ha! I thought that was a death knight. That's fine. That's fine. Well, might as well have a drink whilst we wait. There we go. It's going to be a while here. I'm just going to quickly scroll through these messages, just kind of having a look at what's going on. Normally when I'm fighting and stuff, I don't really pay attention to this kind of stuff very much. And, you know, I miss out on things. Plus, I've now figured out how to test things out to see how they would look on me, if that makes sense. Because you can do that in the game. So, yeah. Okay. He's back in the dungeon. That is a positive. Quickly kind of do some maintenance work here on my specialty bar. Let's have a... on my action bar. I'm just having a quick look around. I will need to do something about my bags. I think I'm going to go full DPS this time around. Just because... I mean, it's not going to make much of a difference, but I do want to get through these guys quickly. I mean, really, I don't need any specialty tank armor in this particular dungeon.
I don't have a target.
It's not that big of a deal. I'm sure the heroic version of it is something else, though. Okay. Here comes the technician. Okay, he's not able to get here. And he is being hit by the ghoul of a Death Knight. Death Knight ghoul? Ghoul? What is it called? I don't know. Zombie of a Death Knight? The pet of a Death Knight. It sounds better. Never actually looked at what they're called. Right. And right now, my eyes are actually focused on the center of the screen where all the action is. Let's quickly loot that.
Outstanding.
Tell you what, that sword on that Death Knight looks pretty cool. Right, I guess might as well put my Frost present on. Try and get these guys dealt with as quick as possible. Oh, right, just pull them up. It's a bit of a madhouse. It's a madhouse. Trying to keep people alive here.
It's too far away.
Yeah, I was trying to get those technicians grouped together and try and take them down as quick as possible, but yeah, people didn't appreciate that, I guess. Ooh, I was getting close there. But that's why it's cool to be a self-healing tank.
I'm out of range.
Alright. So we got that sorted. We're now at the boss, so the next phase should be fairly easy. Okay, might as well wait for people to be ready here. Technically, there's only one mana drinker here, but it will be helpful because we do need them heals. I was going to ask myself, or the question better said, if these guys are elites, but I guess now I know that the guys coming out of the cages are actually indeed elites. They do go down pretty quickly though. And as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I could probably solo them. They don't really hit that hard. And they don't have that much HP either, so they do go down mighty quick. Alright. So that leaves us with the boss. The boss. Here he comes. He's got quite a few eyes there. Many eyes boss. You went down mighty quick. I tell you what, that lever is very tempting. I want to pull it again. Alright, we'll just walk this way then. I know there's a few rogues around here. Are we gonna... Yep, there we go. No, that's not a rogue, that's a warlock. I was gonna call it a mage, but it's not a mage, it's a warlock. Have they actually taken the hidden rogues out of here? Because unless we've just somehow managed to avoid them. Ah, there's one rogue. Tell you what though, the rogue in the group is doing really good damage. I'm gonna have to admit that.
That's still recharging.
Alright. Try and grab as many of these dudes with my hits. Okay, we are coming to the end. So after we get to the bottom of this corridor, to the right is the room where the final boss is. So this one has 3 bosses. I'm trying to think. I think Ramparts also has 3 bosses, or 4 bosses, but I'm almost convinced it's 3 bosses. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I do like these dungeons. This one's particularly nicely colored, if that makes sense. The color palette on this, I can say that I like and agree with. So some of them can be quite greyish, I find, but this one's really lively coloured. And I'm sure my red sploosh on the ground also does add to the colour as well. I forgot what the ability is called. I just cast it. I didn't name it. If I had, I would have probably just called it red sploosh. Okay.
Ignorant whelps!
There we go. I mean, could have pulled them out. I don't think it makes that much a difference, to be honest. But I would have liked to have pulled them all out. It doesn't matter, it's too easy anyways. It's this boss right here that always gets me when he does that AoE explosion damage whatever thing. Jesus Christ, he did not stay up for too long, did he? Right, well, that's it. That's one dungeon down. This is how quickly you do it with 5 men. Of course, you guys have seen me do it with 3 men, so it took a bit longer, probably twice as long, but it was still fun, and I did enjoy the challenge. But this time around, this was a quick, easy, smooth run. A couple of deaths in it, but they weren't me, so who cares? With that being said and done, thank you all for joining me in this video. I do hope that you have enjoyed it. And if you have, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment, and subscribe. And of course, as always, until next time, stay safe, folks.